would like to greet warmly all the participants of the conference, Sustainable Water Management Improves Tomorrow's Cities' Health, Achievements and Way Forward. Welcome to Poland and to our city. The subject and the goals of the conference are significant from the point of view of the functioning of cities in today and tomorrow's world.
SWITCH is an EU-funded research program aimed at achieving more sustainable integrated urban water management in the city of the future 30 to 50 years from now. 33 partner organizations working in 15 of cities around the world in Europe, Asia, the Middle East and Africa and Latin America that are working together to share knowledge and research on a range of tested scientific, technological and socio-economic solutions to urban water management. It is foreseen that such proven sustainable solutions will be adopted globally to replace the many different ad hoc approaches which currently exist and to create a paradigm shift to sustainable urban water management. How have SWITCH activities changed attitudes and practices in urban water management in your region?
Well, I think that significantly SWITCH activities in Accra have contributed to a different way of thinking about urban water management, especially about the integration part. And we have identified lack of coordination as a big challenge, and SWITCH activities have made a very good effort to bring together all the stakeholders and coordinate activities.
We did course trainings about water sensibilization to raising awards people about water teams. So we did this with 500 people or something like this, and with lectures, movies and PowerPoints.
I think that the most important impact of SWITCH was the influence on the communication between decision makers and the scientists, and also our attempts to reach the society and to bring them into the participatory process. So this is the first time that many of the people involved in water management in general started to talk together, which is with a great benefit. We start to know each other's priorities, each other's attitudes, each other's goals. We managed to produce a common vision for the future. And also we as scientists, we feel that our voice is heard in the city and we can influence, or at least some of our research can be used to influence the process. So that I would say was the most important effect.
SWITCH is the project which is very important for our city. Last week, during Open Days of Cities and Regions in Brussels, I had the pleasure to say that this is one of the major projects of our city. And it's not only about implementation, cooperation among the city, university and scientists, but also business and local companies that take part in your conference. They are able to learn what the global trends are, the direction the world goes, and why these subjects are so important. Over the past 5 years, the SWITCH project has brought together the experience of partner organizations working together on its completion and has drawn the conclusion on how it may have been done differently.
Well, I think we could have done things differently. We could have had a lot more input into this institutional mapping from the beginning of the project. That would have helped us to map out clearly our stakeholders, but also we could have had better interaction across the cities. That is something that we missed. And so, for example, research from different cities could have been brought to Accra, or for example, research from Accra could have been shared with other cities. And so for me, I think we could have had stronger collaboration across.
I think we should start the learning alliances before we did. And the demos should be more divided, more discussed with population?
I would say, well, we've been all learning, so there definitely were some parts that could have been done better. Some processes might have been faster, maybe, although I'm not that sure as well, because I know that each process requires time, and people need to be part of it. They need to integrate with it. So that would be maybe difficult to accelerate it. I think that what could have helped at the beginning was the very clear vision of the project outcome for the partners. I don't feel that we had it from the very beginning. We were very much concentrated on science at the first part of the project, and with time we have developed this participatory approach, and also we get more into the communication with the stakeholders. We understood the concept of demand-driven research, so that needed time also for us as a part of the learning group to learn how it works and to really start to work towards the switch.
It has been 5 years since Switch project started, and it is almost going towards the end. However, it is important what aspects will continue after Switch project.
The problem-solving science specific is that it's not only to develop new vision, new concept and new solution, but also translation to the end user. Involve the person who everyday decisions are really translate the scientific efforts into improving our cities, improving our world.
I would say that Switch should be rather seen as a beginning, not as the end of the process. So where we are now is we have a knowledge about how ecohydrology works in urban systems. We have this communication within the Learning Alliance with the decision makers and with other stakeholders in the city. We know each other already and we want to work together. So continuing this process would be crucial. We have, fortunately, this possibility. We have another project now to support the Learning Alliance and to implement Switch knowledge in practice on one more river in which. So for the short period of time, that would be two priorities. And in the long time perspective, this is strategic planning. So the document that we are finishing right now about integrating all the stakeholders around this document, we hope it will be efficiently introduced into the city plans and will be implemented within the next 30 years, as the vision says.
We need to continue because the demos can stop, everything can stop, but learning alliances don't.
As I mentioned earlier, this issue of coordination is something that is going to have to be dealt with over the years as we move on, and the proposal of a coordination platform by Switch is something that is definitely going to continue after the project, and perhaps the Learning Alliance in some other form would continue as a part of this coordination platform.